life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. Falling, 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 started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. Falling, 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 falling.
G'day guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you all enjoyed this quick PC build. Certainly a lot cleaner and a bit more simple than what some of you guys may be used to on this channel. We are very busy this week, so I decided to take my time with a nice, clean, simplistic look. Hope you all enjoyed the end result, and the whole aim of this video was I wanted to test out what parallel tubing will be like compared to, say, a loop, which is the normal route. So we did a parallel circuit going from the GPU to the CPU and then back. So we're going to test out whether or not a parallel loop affects the performance in temperatures or anything like that of the CPU and the GPU itself. And then once we've tested that, we'll change this to a normal looking loop, and then we'll test that again, and we'll see if there's any difference in temperature delta. One thing I want to get out of the way as well before we continue is I actually used a Pentium CPU in this build, not the 8700K. This was suggested by a subscriber to do this, show that I have used an 8700K, but really used the Pentium in the build. Why did I do this, you may be asking? Well, as a lot of you may know, we can't afford 8700Ks in every single PC build, and for some strange reason, a lot of people still feel the need to comment below, hey, why a Pentium? Why not this? Why not that? A Pentium with a GTX 1080? And obviously they don't watch the whole video, and I'm sure a lot of them wouldn't have watched up to this part as well. This is only a display build. It is staying together for maybe 1 or 2 days, and then it gets taken apart. So it has no use or anything for any high-end specs. It's just for a video for you guys to showcase what we are able to do in a system in a certain amount of time. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the specs. So we do have, as I said, the Pentium, and we also have an MSI GTX 1080, which we actually fixed the water block. There was a bit of issues with the O-ring inside of the water block, and we ended up getting a new O-ring and patching it up by ourselves, and it works. So there's no leaks or anything, it's working well. We've got some BITSPOWER water cooling, which I feel is a real premium brand, and I really love their fittings, so I wanted to go with the blue color and the white to finish this build off. Now, unfortunately, with the fans at the front, they are meant to be a RGB, addressable RGB. Fortunately, the controller, I believe, is playing up, so we cannot get them off blue for some reason, and we don't really have the time to wait for a new controller to come, so we have the front fan set at blue, which looks really nice anyway because the fittings are blue anyway. I mean, if it was red, it really would have clashed with the build, but that's all right. Then, of course, we do have the THERMALTAKE ring fans, which are RGB. They can be switched to blue. However, the whole idea of this build was a nice RGB clean build with blue fittings and white liquid, so we left them RGB as well. We do have the T-Force Delta RAM sticks in white in there, 16 gigs, and of course we do have the MSI B360 motherboard right there, white as well. So we wanted to try and keep everything white. We did make a custom GPU backplate, which is also just plain white, just to keep it nice and clean, because the backplate by default is not a real clean backplate. It's more an aggressive style, and it's also black. So removed a bit of black by adding that backplate on. The case naturally comes in white as well, which was a great fit for this PC. And we've only got a 240mm radiator up the top. Plenty for cooling, especially when it's just running on idle like it is now, just for filming. If you were actually going to be doing a proper build with a GPU CPU loop, I would recommend at least a 360mm radiator at minimum. So I don't think there's too much more to say about this build, but I will be releasing a video later on showing you how to deconstruct the PC and, of course, you know, drain the liquid and everything like that. Like my step-by-step process in draining and taking apart my computer. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and consider checking out the other videos on the channel. We've got lots of custom PCs just like this one, reviews, modding tutorials, and much more. Leave your comments down below. Do you like this clean, simplistic style of computers? And we'll see you all in the next one.